This is a video to show you how to do scientific notation, or sometimes called the standard form. Okay, what are scientific notation or standard form? It is a shorthand method to represent very big or very large numbers as well as very small numbers. Okay, so for example, if we want to know the number of cells in our body, is this big number here. This is actually 37.2 trillion cells. But rather than writing this in your writing, you can actually simplify them using the standard form. This is why we are going to learn how to represent that big number in terms of a standard form. Okay, so the trick is the following. Okay, in any given number, for example, this number, you are going to write the first number here in the first box is between a number between 1 and 10. So you have to be the first one digit, so you cannot be more than 10. So the biggest number, it could be from 1 to 9.99. Okay, and then you have a times 10 to the power. So the power, there are two boxes here. The first boxes represent either the positive or negative sign. The positive sign means it's a very large number. The negative sign means it's a small number. And this number, the next number next to the positive or negative sign, is to indicate how big is the number is. Okay, so without further ado, we'll look at some example, and hopefully you understand this in a while. Okay, let's look at the first example. The first example is 147,000. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to put the first number first. Is this a big or small number? Is it quite a large number? Anything that's more than 1 is considered a large number. So we have to put a positive sign here. Okay, so that is a plus. Okay, so the next thing, we need to convert this number so that it is between 1 and 10, less than 10. It be a one digit number. So what we need to do, we need to move the decimal point. So instead of that number, we're going to move the decimal point here. Okay, so the original decimal point was here. We have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number is going to be 1.47 because it must be less than 10. And we have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the number is going to be 5. So I hope you understand. So we shall look at the second example. The second example is 32,900. Okay, so again, we need to find a number that is between 1 and 10. So we have to move the decimal point from here to here. So the number is going to be 3.29. Is it less than 10? It is less than 10. Okay, and then we're going to see how many times we move from the point here. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, 4. So then it's going to be a 4. And is that a big or a small number? It's a big number again, so it's a plus sign. Got it? Great. Now we look at more example. Now we look at example 3. So example 3 looks like that. Okay, 0.045. So is that a big or a small number? I reckon it's a small number, so we have to put a negative sign there. Okay, anything that's less than 1 is considered a small number. So we have to make the number here between 1 and less than 10. So we have to move the decimal point. I reckon we're going to move the decimal point here. Okay, so to move there, the number is going to be 4.5. Okay, 4.5. And then we are going to see how many times we move. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be negative 3. Okay, there we go on now. The next number is a bit smaller. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to find a number first. There's a small number again, so it's going to be a negative sign. Okay, and we're going to move a number between 1 and 10, so it's going to be 7.9. So the number here is going to be 7.9. And how many times we move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it is 5. Okay, that is how you calculate a ordinary number to a standard form. Okay, great. Now we shall look in reverse. Okay, on the other hand, in reverse, if you are given a number in scientific notation or standard form and asked to change to the ordinary number, you need to do the following, okay? If the power is positive, you are going to move the decimal point to the right, okay, to the right. If it's a negative power, you are going to move the decimal point to the left, okay? Got it? Great. Now we shall look at some example, okay? So we shall look at this example. The first example is 1.5 times 10 to the power of 3. So you're going to write 1.5, okay? 1.5 here. Because this is a positive 3, you are going to move to the right. So you're going to move 1, 2, 3. Okay, once you have done that, you add the 0. So 1.5 times 10 power 3 is actually 1,500. Okay. Okay, now the next one, 2.7. So 2.7 multiply 10 power 4. So because this is a positive 4, again, you're going to move 4 decimal place to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to be here. So add the 0. And then it's going to be 27,000. Okay. And last but not least, we shall look at 1.19 times 10 minus 4. So it's going to be 1.19. It is a negative power. So we need to move the decimal point 4 to the left. So from here, we move 1, 2, 3, 4. And the decimal point to be here. So the answer is 0.000119. So the answer is going to be 0.000119. So hopefully you understand what is standard form or scientific notation, and see you soon.